Good evening. Welcome to ModCons. It is just after 8 o'clock. There is a crazy amount of stuff to talk about. There has been so much happening, so much stuff to talk about. I'm just so excited that we actually get to start talking about some of it because I have been itching to throw my opinions out there, as everybody does on the World Wide Web. Everybody loves to have their say, don't they? So, without further ado, let's jump in and see who we have with us today. We have got Blanos.
Hello, everyone. I have done my usual, done a gift, and it's gone to you, Mr. Andy Wigg. Hopefully, you enjoy that membership. You get to see all our stuff early before anyone else does. So, thank you.
Andy Wig. That could be my brother-in-law looking at the name.
Oh, okay.
That would be insane if it was.
Well, there it is.
There we go. It could very well be. And also we have got Triangle Face Tim.
Good evening. How is everyone?
Oh, living the dream, mate. Living the dream. And how are you?
Yes, all good. All good.
All good. Excellent. So we have got a few people in the chat already. I can see we've got Mag in there. We've got Toxo. We've got Dave Newland, who's always very welcome. There's a whole bunch of very interesting stuff to be talking about tonight. And if people have their opinions of it as well, please join along in the chat. But first off, let's go with our first topic, which is what have you been playing? So, Blunners, what have you been playing?
So yeah, I've been playing the alpha, but I'll go on about that on the next TUP. Also got Technos Cart before the price rise, so I'll share my thoughts on that. But there was a few things I wanted for Christmas, and somehow it all aligned, and I managed to get it all. the Meta Quest 3 was one of them. 3S got that.
Nice.
An Alpha, I got one of them, and then the last one was Power Rangers, which is currently on sale for about £25, I think, on Steam.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's on sale on Switch, but so obviously it went into sale, so I thought, you know what, I'll pick it up, and yeah, it's fantastic. I've done a live on TikTok with my daughter, just playing around on it, and just the fact I picked it up on Switch, and the fact that it's not very good with just one. You always want to be more than one of you if you're playing an arcade game. So my daughter played it with me, and it's fantastic. She the harder bits. So I'm just turning this down so it doesn't go off. The harder bits was so like you do like your normal like your fight scenes.
Mhm.
There's some hidden bits on the area, and it's good to be able to choose all the different characters. But at the minute you've only got the first 5, and then obviously when Rita then sticks her nose in, throws down, character then gets bigger, and then the next thing you then go into like a first your robe. So if I was Red Ranger, my daughter was Pink Ranger, and so she was flying around as well in a robot, and a pterodactyl or everything. So we're like, she's like, and then there's like a whole mission trying to shoot through there, and then obviously you all come together, and then what it does is you then have the fight at the end where he's coming at you. You have to dodge his attacks, and it's like kind of like Punch Out is how I can explain it. So you got like duck left, duck right, hit, and then you but it takes you in turns. So if you start getting battered, it then switches over. So it's funny because it switched over to my daughter. She's like 10, and she would just get her ass kicked. Couldn't even get a hit in. So then it would then come up going, oh, I can't do this. Take over, Blue Ranger or something. And then you would then take over the controls. You'd come in, and then right at the end, obviously you then slice, and then that enemy dies.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you'd go back to like the diner at the end, and then obviously the whole thing starts again. But yeah, fantastic. Really enjoying it. I think it would be brilliant because I think it is 5 players as well. So I think with 5 people on the screen, I think it would be amazing.
Yeah.
We've played it with 2 of us, and that was good enough. But I think 5, and the main reason I got it on Switch is because obviously your Joy-Cons detach. Do you know what I mean? So you've already got, and I've already got at least 2 spare Joy-Cons downstairs and a Pro controller somewhere. So I've got a good 5 controllers there ready.
Okay.
But yeah, it is. It is just it's just fantastic, and it's really hard to explain. It's that like pixel cell shaded. It's made by Hasbro Retro. It's just coming up here, which is not really. I don't really, and well, Atari helped them as well, but it's not really known for their games, is it?
No.
But if I can show you the intro, look, it is phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah, it does look good. I've seen the trailers for it. When I first saw it, like, I'm not a huge Power Rangers guy, but when I saw the game, I know Ollie is, but when I saw the gameplay footage, I was like, yeah, this looks pretty good.
But it is, it's awesome, and it's like, it is so much. Yeah, it was great.
And you know,
really enjoying it.
It reminds me a lot of Shredder's Revenge, the Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah.
But it's just such a winning format to make a game that looks like that sort of style, especially something from 90s childhood, and package it up and sell it as a side-scrolling beat 'em up to, you know, late 30s, early 40s. Like it's just it's just printing money. It's printing money making games like this.
But you think, like that intro, how cool was that? I'd watch like a manga or something like that.
Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, so and then I've been playing through Indiana Jones that we spoke about last time. That we did on Uncensored, and I've just been taking my time on it because it's a Bethesda game. It's like it gets open world, and once you work, because I was a bit of a stupid at the first bit, so you get these books that then starts unlocking bits in the map, so you can then see where things are to go and collect them. And obviously, there's Nazis about that, but then you're then obviously not going to give too much away, but it's just a case of having to work out where certain things are. But it's like it's not until I've got to this certain part where you go around on like a boat. I thought, you know what, I'll go around, get all the side quest stuff before I'll even think about carrying on with the mission. And because it's linked up to the projector, I've just been playing it at night on literally on my wall downstairs, and it's phenomenal. I can't explain. It's like it is so good. Yeah. So like I'm so glad that Xbox actually did have a game which is like top drawer.
Yeah.
And I could have just easily just rushed through it and just gone main missions, but I thought, you know what, I'll actually take some time and actually enjoy this game. And it's phenomenal because there's nothing really else out there in it. I'll play it.
Excellent. So you've got a full slate at the moment. So
yeah,
dead exciting. Triangle Face, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? So I have been playing a little bit of Indiana Jones as well. I'm probably not as far as Blood is because I've only played it in short bits. I am playing it on the Xbox One, not the Series X. So I'm playing it on cloud. So the only downside with that is it does get a bit janky sometimes and has frozen a few times on me and things like that. But I haven't paid to go Series X and play it properly, so I'm taking that because it's like, well, at least I get to play it and try it. Other than that, I have also started playing finally, because it came out a few years ago now, but I'm finally playing Final Fantasy 15. It's one I never played before, and I was like, me and Final Fantasy, I was like, I've got to give this a go. It's been on my backlog for a long time. I was thinking, what else do I want to play? And I was like, I'm just going to play Final Fantasy 15. And yeah, so far, absolutely loving it. Really like the story and the characters and the fighting system and all of it. Just I'm all in already right from the word go. It's just been really fun to play. And I've heard people describe saying Final Fantasy 15 is basically like a stag do. And I was like, yeah, I can see that now because like you're on your way to the other kingdom to get married, and like the 3 guys that are with you are all like your mates. Yeah, it's just like a group of 4 guys who were just like going camping and like hunting monsters and stuff when they're on the way to his wedding. So
there's a really good fishing mechanic in that later on. What good RPG game would exist without a fishing mechanic? But yeah, there's a huge section into that later which just took over my life for a little while. But
I haven't got as far as fishing yet, but I've seen that's Noct's skill, isn't it? It's fishing.
Yep.
And I've already kind of got into the cooking mechanic as well, because I'm like, well, normally in games, like if there's a cooking option, I'll kind of overlook it. But because you do eat every day when you go to camp and you unlock all the different meals and stuff, they give you perks. It's like, no, it's quite cool. So I've been playing that. And what else was I playing as well? There's something. Oh yeah, I decided to go back and play some Tekken 7. Because Tekken 8 got a whole bunch of awards in it, like different games awards and stuff. I was like, I've never really played much 7. So I thought I'd go back and give it another try. So I've been playing Tekken 7 a bit. And I noticed that Noct is a character in that. Because I bought like the deluxe edition or something that came out. Because it's on a sale for like a tenner. But it's like £100 marked down to £10. And I was like, I'd be silly not to buy that. But I've got some weird DLC in it. It's like Negan from Walking Dead is a playable character, and like Geese Howard from Fatal Fury's on there. But I've just completed all the story mode stuff, and now I'm just going into like be playing arcade and things like that.
Yeah.
So, is it a stag do getting involved in fights? Sounds like you visited Spoon's Triangle Face. Yeah, it's like any good stag do just getting in fights with monsters. And I want right, this next game I've been playing, I wanted to actually show you some footage of because you need to see it. And if you played it or not before, I've heard of it. So this is Carry On, which is currently on Game Pass. So that's what I've never heard of it before. I just saw it on there. Thought that looks good, and I thought I'd give it a go. So it's called a reverse horror, is what they called it. So you are like a blob monster, like The Thing, and you're like this tentacle monster, and you have to like eat people, and then you get bigger, and you go around this facility unlocking like new abilities and stuff, and then you have like 3 sizes you can be throughout the game. So as you get bigger, you get different abilities, but then at different points in the game, you have to deliberately get smaller so you can fit through different gaps and do different things with different abilities. So it's kind of Metroidvania-like because in some areas you do go back and forth a bit, but it is still set levels. And yeah, you're going through this facility and it's so satisfying to play because there's like a raw option and you can like be in the ducts and there's people underneath and they get scared and run away, and you just like drop down and grab them with your tentacles and pull them up and eat them. And it's just so much fun. But I wanted to show you the clip of it because I think you're going to love this one, Ollie. This is right up your street, I think.
Okay,
let me just show the screen.
It's a good sell. It's a good sell so far. Reverse horror.
Yeah.
Don't want to get
I've not got any sounds on it. I'm not bothered with sound.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, so this is the game. It's just this tentacle creature that busts out of a containment facility, and the game is you just like going around the facility trying to get more abilities to eventually escape. But you're basically made up of like biomass. So every time you kill somebody, you get a little bit bigger because you're basically made up of their body, and then you get these hive bits where you spread your biomass around. And then you get big and you just pull people up through the vents, and yeah. And look at the graphics as well. It's got like retro style graphics. It's an absolute joy to play this game.
It looks like again?
Carry On.
It looks like Terraria with tentacles.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I was like, yes, this is a good fun game.
Oh yes, look at that.
Yeah, it is good fun. But yeah, there you go. That's what I've been playing. But I thought I had to show you the footage of that game to see what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I can't just describe it.
That has sold me, Tim. I have to say, that has absolutely sold me. That looks incredibly good fun. Yeah. So I am still plugging away at Lords of the Fallen. It is probably one of the better Souls-like games that I've played for a while. The challenge is fair, and it gets harder, which is good. You expect it to get harder as you get further in. Some parts of it you can just kind of run through if you really sort of getting a bit fed up with some of the areas, but I'm enjoying it a lot. It looks very pretty. The lore is very cool. I think I said on the last one when I started playing it, there's a really good mechanic in this where you've got a lamp, which is the umbral lamp, and it can show you another world within the world that you're in, and there's other monsters and various demons and things that are in this other world that you can kill, but you can only see them in that other world. And in the umbral world as well, there's also other ways to traverse the level. So sometimes you have to go into that world in order to get to the next area or to find some of the secret spots and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's really, really cool. But like I say, it's very fair. So when you fluff up, it's normally because you fluffed up, and that just makes it all the more frustrating. So it does have the Dark Souls element of get good, and you're going to die a lot. But if you like that kind of game, it's a big tick for me. It was only £12 on sale last month. It's absolutely fantastic. Really enjoying that. Other pickups that I have. I said I wasn't going to pick this up until I was ready to play it, and then I saw it and I just couldn't put it back because, why would you? So I cannot wait to play this. Black Myth Wukong.
Oh wow.
This is what patience gets you. Just, oh no, it's a digital only. No, give it time. It'll come. So there we are. Black Myth Wukong. Cannot wait to play this. This just looks absolutely extraordinary. Very excited to try that. This was on sale. This was a great price. Managed to get Epic Mickey rebrushed.
Oh, nice.
Really looking forward to this. This will probably be the next game I play because this is not as stressful as Lords of the Fallen. And I'll probably be able to beat it quite quickly as well. So that would be a nice change of pace. So yeah, really looking forward to diving into Epic Mickey rebrushed. I have a couple of games that I'm going to show that they're retro, but they're new to me. Certainly this first one is new to me. The second one is not. I've been sort of getting rid of some of the bits from my collections. I've been thinning certain parts out, things I'm not going to complete, movies I'm never going to watch again, and this kind of thing. And it's made me CEX rich for a little bit. So I've been able to go and pick up certain things that I would normally go like, I'm not paying that for that. When it's a CEX voucher, it's not real money. So I picked up a lovely, lovely, lovely copy of Shenmue 2, which is complete. Manuals are all in there. The box is not tatty.
Yeah, it looks mint, doesn't it, that box?
Very delightful. So I've never played Shenmue 2.
Pulling them in and out always seems to break them. Well, can like get wear, should we say, when you're trying to get the actual games out.
So I've never played that. Really looking forward to playing that. This one I think I picked up purely just because it's such a good game. And I would never normally pay the price that this is on GameCube. But I picked up Resident Evil 2 on the GameCube. Why not? It's Resident Evil 2. Probably one of the better survival horror games of the 90s. And then with all the buzz around Half-Life 3 coming out, I think it's probably about time that I play Half-Life 2. I haven't played Half-Life 2. I hear it's probably one of the best games story-wise. Will it still hold up with modern controls? We shall see. Yeah, it's like a $5. So yeah, I genuinely can't wait to get into Half-Life 2 and see what all the fuss is about.
Box complete.
Box complete. Told you, mate. I've been CEX rich for a little while. It's been delightful. Okay, let's dive into the first topic, which is going to be Assassin's Creed has been delayed again. So this was originally due out November.
Yeah, November.
And it's been delayed again.
Then February. And then now they've pushed it back again to the 20th, which, to be honest, I'm not too worried about. I'd rather the game be working and ready to go, especially after all the drama they had with the Star Wars one. Or was it Outlaws? I think it was, and it's another open world, like, do you know what I mean? One of these open world run around everywhere games. So yeah, the fact that they've delayed it is I'd rather it be all shiny and polished before it comes out, rather than just being rushed out the door. And I think a lot of companies now are doing. I want to make sure they don't have the cyberpunk issue. So they got to make sure that these games are all ready to play and no dramas.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing, isn't it? To sort of you can't help but be a bit disappointed for people, and you can't help but then also hope it's for the better good of the game. Yeah, there's some comments there about rescheduled for a day. Significant thing happened in Japan. Yeah, has it been delayed for that? There's Ubisoft potentially being sold. I don't know.
Yeah. There's also I've just looked on here saying the first Assassin's Creed Shadows expansion details have been really revealed. So they're already bringing out expansion details and they can't even get the game out.
Yeah,
apparently, which is mad.
I think it's difficult because I haven't played Assassin's Creed since. Looking over at the games, last Assassin's Creed game I played was Unity. Was Unity after Black Flag?
Oh wow,
Yeah,
yeah.
Unity was after Black Flag.
So you haven't played in ages, then, mate.
No.
So I've not played since Syndicate. I think I played a bit of Odyssey, and then I
I love
skipped over
Syndicate.
Origins. So then I think I've still got. I haven't played Origins, and I haven't played Valhalla. I think there's possibly another one. So I've missed a few now because I played them suddenly for ages when I first got into it. I think we're already on like the third one.
Yeah,
and I
so
went
it's
back and played the first three, and then played Assassin's Creed Black Flag when that first came out. And I love the series, but I played them back to back. And then after a while, I was like, I'm a little bit Assassin's Creeded out now. And since I've left the franchise to revisit it, there's been like 4 games. So if it is delayed, I can always play Valhalla or something while I'm waiting.
Yeah, so you've got Origins, like you were just saying earlier, Odyssey and
Yeah, I did
Valhalla are all in
Odyssey.
that same
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah.
And then the latest one was Mirage, which I completed.
Yeah.
Which wasn't
That's
as
all
long, which is about a 40-hour
Yeah.
game. So that was actually quite good, all set in Baghdad. And
Mhm.
yeah, I was all in for this. I was waiting for this to come out. This was going to be my Christmas game, but obviously it never came out. But yeah, they completely redone it. Well, because what I didn't really like is that you'll now be like you were being like you'd go into certain areas and then you got someone hunting you, and it was just a pain in the ass. Whereas when you're like an assassin, I mean, you've always got people hunting you, but you should just be able to just like sneak into the shadows and won't be seen, kind of thing. Which they kind of changed, and they changed the mechanics on it as well. Like they've gone back to kind of how the old school mechanics, and I think this is what this one is. And also, I kind of learned a little bit of thing or two, especially from like playing like Black Flag and Unity, and do you know what I mean, all the Assassin's Creed games. They go through like the actual. Do you know what I mean? Like
the history and
like,
stuff.
yeah, they're really deep into the history. And I heard that this is completely off topic, but I heard what's that place what's the temple in France that burnt down? But apparently they used Assassin's Creed Unity's images to try to re-sculpture it all because
wow.
Yeah, because Assassin's Creed's
Crazy.
so detailed. They had it all on computer, which was mad. But
That's
yeah,
incredible.
so apparently this is all like there was an actual like it was all kind of like based on things that did actually happen in China.
I did really like Syndicate. Was really cool. We had like the train
I
stuff.
loved
You could
it.
switch between the two because you could be the brother or the sister, couldn't you?
Yeah,
There's quite a lot to do there, but it wasn't too blated. I skipped over Origins and then I played Odyssey, and I just found Odyssey looked absolutely massive. Like I was playing for hours and then looked at the map and I was like, I've still got so much to do. I was like, I just don't know if I can be bothered. There's the PSVR. There's no Oculus game.
I've got it. Yeah, I haven't
VR
downloaded that game yet. I really want to
Yeah.
play it, but I think jumping off head first when I make feel sick.
You
do
I
like
do
that.
play that. It does look cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if it's worth jumping on that as well because I saw the trailers first. Like actually, yeah, first person Assassin's Creed game. It does sound like a giggle.
Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed is something I might go back to because I've had a real hankering to play Valhalla recently. But I would like to do Syndicate, Odyssey, and Origins before getting to Valhalla.
Good luck. So it's a long time.
It's a lot of yeah. I appreciate it's a lot of gaming. But yeah, I don't know. There's a part of me that feels that the franchise kind of started to die when
Desmond died, didn't it?
Desmond.
I do feel it really went downhill story wise after Desmond got killed off because it's like, well, that was the main story for me. I was like, that's the thing I wanted to find out what happens next
because it was cool, wasn't it? Because he was like going through his ancestry and that. Whereas now it's just like you're magically into the Animus. Whereas before you had missions both in and out, and you could only go into certain areas. I get that, but maybe you could be different ones from around like different places. Do you know what I mean? Different times and different places.
Hashtag justice for Desmond.
So I always thought the best. What I was hoping they were going to do, I wonder if they'd do this. Is like I really liked that there was a bit where you as Desmond were in the location that Ezio was in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I think, one of the later ones. So you were there, and then you had the flashback to one of the locations from the first Assassin's Creed.
Number 3,
I was like, wouldn't it be cool
Revelations.
when you get to the end of like the Desmond story, it then jumps forward and you're in the future and someone's actually living Desmond's experience through another Animus. And the whole game so far has just been another flashback through someone in the future. And they
that'd be crazy.
And rather than doing that, they said, "Oh no, we're just going to jump around different periods of history and somehow smush them together and make it so it's a coherent story." But it's like it's just not a coherent story anymore.
I'll tell you what, one that should, because it came out at the same time. I think it was Assassin's Creed Rogue. Loved it. Whereas this time you're the bad guy, and it's actually you're trying to catch these assassins and kill them.
Yeah.
So that was quite a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to go back in. I liked the look of, or I do like the look of Shadow. I think it looks very cool. It's something that people have been saying probably since Assassin's Creed came out. It's like people want to see a feudal Japan-esque Tenchu style. You know, this is the closest thing we're going to get to a Tenchu game probably ever again. So, yeah, it looks cool. Maybe
I think you can flick between both characters as well, so you can go between both the characters. Obviously, your brute and then your like proper assassin.
Yeah.
Type of gameplay, which should be good.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Interesting. Mr. Dave Newland's question there. I know you guys have dabbled in PSVR 1, but have any of you tried PSVR 2 yet? I have not.
No, hopefully someone's getting one for his birthday.
Oh, is that so?
I'm hoping to get PSVR 2 soon, so we'll see. Hopefully so, fingers crossed.
I would love to jump into PSVR 2 this year. That would be fantastic. Maybe towards the end of the year for me, though. A few things that need to be sorted this year, but there we go. Mag saying some people tested the game before Christmas, but it was looking a bit in rough shape and the performance was bad. That's not a good report.
Boo. That is not.
That's not a good report to hear. Oh, let's hope that this is what the development process is for. Going to iron out those kinks and bring it all back and make everything hunky-dory. Right. I think, where are we going to go next? Let's go to this one because I don't think this is going to be lots of rumor and speculation. So let's go to, there is an Xbox Developer Direct announced in 23rd of January. This is an Xbox update. So a while back we did our this is an Xbox discussions where we weren't entirely sure what Xbox were doing. It didn't really feel like Microsoft knew what they were doing. It felt very much like this is an Xbox. It's like, well, yeah, but why is it? I think now people are now starting to understand a little bit more about what this is an Xbox is. And certainly my understanding of it is Xbox are looking to brand themselves and their games as Xbox. They are looking to allow other developers, other game manufacturers, other studios, other companies to play the Xbox games on. So effectively, everything could be an Xbox. So I kind of get it. It's a risky move. Could pay out well for them. And they've got a developer direct next week, which will be...
So I'll just give you some details on it. It says it's Thursday, the 23rd of January. It'll be 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific if you're in America. And at the minute, there are 1, 2, 3, there is 4, but one of them is a secret. We don't know who that is. And apparently it's a legendary, an iconic Japanese one. So at the minute, they are saying it's going to be, was it Montreal, Compulsion Games in Montreal, South of Midnight and Montpellier-based Sandfall Interactive, and ID Studios are the ones that are going to be basically giving us the lowdown on what's coming next from them.
Yeah. ID Studios, is this the studios? And someone in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, or you guys as well, but I'm sure ID Studios are the ones that are rumored to be working on the infamous Oblivion remake.
Oh yeah, I've got the thing here actually. Yes, I think I've just got the picture here. I can share. So yeah, this is what's been going around. So
yeah, so
Compulsion Games, ID, Sound Interactive, and then a mystery.
Yeah, so there's a lot of discussion around what this mystery could be. I've heard some people online say, wouldn't it be great if it was Ninja Gaiden? I thought that could be cool, doing something Ninja Gaiden related. We haven't had that for a little while. New Doom game ID. Yes, no, that's correct. As soon as I saw the logo, I thought, yeah, that's not the people making. That's not the people making Oblivion. Maybe Sandfall is the Oblivion people.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember who it is.
Yeah. Either way, it's not been actually announced, but I think it's going to be a very, very strong contender that Oblivion is going to be shown. Everything else, no idea. No idea. I'm really hoping that this is the direct where they announce and fully explain what their future is, because it's
mad.
It's been such a strange generation for Xbox this last maybe even this last 2 generations. It's felt like Microsoft and Xbox have lost their identity a little bit. All the things that made Xbox fantastic have kind of tinkered on, but I think it's just been a very confusing time to be an Xbox owner. And maybe this will be what explains what they're looking to do long term. I don't know. What are you thinking, Tim? You've come off of mute there.
No, I was just to say, it seems like what they want to do is have like a platform, but like I say, they're going to have another console. It's just I don't know what route they seem to want to be going down, and it seems like maybe they don't either at this point. But I think it's, if they're going to have it as a platform, and like I say, you can then have an Xbox account and then use your Xbox account on multiple machines, like your Xbox console or a PC, or then other systems and stuff. We can actually then play your Xbox library. Because I think the best thing that Xbox has going for it is Game Pass. I think Game Pass is a really good deal, and it has very good games on it. But I don't think there's been anything that's maybe going, oh, actually, I really want to jump onto Xbox Series X and get to the next model up. Whereas with PlayStation, I've gone, actually, no, I want the PS5. It's got things that the PS4 doesn't have, and it's a worthwhile jump. I'm glad that I've got one. I really enjoy playing on it, and it feels like a modern gaming experience. And I don't feel by having a Series X or an Xbox One, I'm really missing out, because I'm still enjoying the Xbox One and the games library. And again, Game Pass is great, and we are getting some really good day one releases as well. So I don't know whether they want to just stick with being a platform rather than making more consoles.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be some interesting discussion around that very topic in a moment for sure. But it's difficult, because I would like a Series X, but do you know what, the reason I would like a Series X, I think, is just so that I can play the new Forza game, the new Forza Horizon game, because that's Xbox only, unless you've got Steam Deck. And I would like to play Halo Infinite. I know that's had sort of...
Oh, it's lovely. It's a great game.
It looked like a little bit of a return to form, and I really like Halo. But this is the first time I've not gone multi-console at launch for years, absolutely years, because there's like you say, Tim, I don't feel like I'm missing out by not having the newest Xbox. Whereas some of those PlayStation titles, they're must-haves. You can't not have it. So yeah, it'd be great if they could figure out what it is that they're doing and what it is that they're going to put forward to people, because they have also said that when the next generation hits, they are going to launch another console as well. So you are still going to be able to have a next generation Xbox. But like, what does that mean? Then why would you launch everything on everything potentially if the rumors are to be true? Why would you launch everything on everything as Xbox on a brand, and then also launch a console? It doesn't. To me, it doesn't make sense. I'm sure to Xbox owners it would make perfect sense, because they could say, "Well, I don't want a PlayStation. I want an Xbox." But if you can own a PlayStation and play the Xbox all on your PlayStation, why wouldn't you just do that?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think it's just going to go on Netflix, isn't it? Which is a shame. Eventually, it'll be just like a Netflix of games, like what you're doing at the minute. Game Pass, but it'll be available and everything. Like you're saying, they're even saying that you're going to be able to play these on Switch too, and than like your PS5, which
Yeah.
is madness.
I think that's kind of cool, but it also feels like a step backwards for the company. Like as a consumer, that sort of service appeals to me, and I'd love to take it, and it sounds great. But it sounds like a big step backwards for Microsoft, which they're not really known for doing. So I don't know. I think we just have to wait and see.
I agree with. Sorry,
they've got the Call of Duty. Saying they've got the Call of Duty franchise for. Do you know what I mean, for like goodness sake, it's like just to make that. Just don't allow any of your stuff on anything else, like you're saying, and then make people like Ollie want to actually buy one because they don't now need to because you're not making them to. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you've bought all these developers. Let's now see the games, and now let's see some exclusivity just for your console.
Mm-hmm.
And then then if it don't work, shit or bust, then go for it. You know what I mean? Then crack on and do what you're doing, but at least give it a good try. And I think this whole generation of having a cheap console and a more powerful console don't work. Do you know what I mean? I know that like PlayStation have a digital.
Yeah.
I know PlayStation have a digital and then a hardware one, but a disc one. But it's the same console just without the disc drive. It's not like this digital one is 50% less powerful than this one. Do you know what I mean? So I think they just need to have the one console. And then it's like you're saying, if it works, it works. And I think they're just trying to get their fingers in too many pies and they're forgetting about their actual core audience, which is madness because you think it's only sold about 30 million, isn't it? I think
it's bizarre because I think we've said on streams before, the Series S is the reason that this generation for Xbox is not going well, or I don't think it's going well anyway. And it's that rule of, don't worry if you bought a Series S, it's less powerful, but we promise you every game that's available on Xbox will be available. On Series X will be available on your Series S. And this is why certain games are not coming to Xbox, because they can't, or the developers don't want to spend that time making it available. It's effectively like releasing a PS4 version. And I know that there is a PS4 version of a lot of games that are on PS5, but if you really want to, it comes with the PS5 update already on that disc. So you can just buy the PS4 version because, for collector's sake, you might want all of your PlayStation games to match up nicely. So it says on the front with free PS5 upgrade if you really wanted to. But just outrightly saying, it's not going to be on this system unless you can play it on the cheaper one. That's not a good move. I don't think that's a good move.
That's not going to work, is it?
Yeah.
And it's a shame. It's a shame because Microsoft are known for creating good competition. There's always been this little, tripod of rivalry between, Microsoft, Sony, and, to some lesser extent, Nintendo, because they kind of do their own thing. But it is still competition. And it almost feels like Microsoft are just kind of, I don't know, it feels like they're kind of giving up a little bit.
Giving up. Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a shame. Real shame. Like you say, they should just have made a whole bunch of crap Xbox exclusive, and that's it. Make it,
for it,
yeah, come play on Xbox or not at all.
Yeah.
There you go. And just done it, because I'd have had to have bought an Xbox by now. But never mind. I shan't for the moment, because the next topic, let's jump to the next topic, because I think this is going to feed nicely into why I don't need to buy an Xbox at the moment. And this is the rumors that Microsoft are going to be launching some of their first party flagship titles on the PS5 and the soon, hopefully to be announced, Switch 2. So what I have been seeing, reading, and listening to is that there are plans to bring Halo to PS5 and Switch 2. And the first drop into that ocean is going to be the Master Chief Collection, which has had about 1,000 updates, 1,000 bug fixes, to the point where it's apparently an exceptionally good collection of games now. If you told me this 10 years ago, you're going to see Master Chief on a PlayStation, I would have laughed at you. I really would.
What a great time to be a gamer. If you're a PlayStation owner, you've never had an Xbox, you've never touched Halo, and a Halo Master Chief Collection comes out on PS5, get it immediately. That's what I would say. Get those games, play through the Master Chief Collection. They are a riot, those games. I do like the Halo games.
Yeah.
And the other game, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Correct.
2024. So
sure.
Yeah, not for me.
I'm not a flight sim, but the thing is, though, the people I know that do like flight simulators absolutely love them.
Yeah.
So it's very much like a niche thing. So flight sims are your thing. You go enjoy your thing. But yeah, not for me. I'm not going to be playing any flight sims or train sims anytime soon.
No. But it's just,
it
is just, it's such a strange thing to be hearing as a rumor. It's just so bizarre. I can't quite. I mean, I'll believe it when I see the box art. That's when I'll believe it.
Can I just read this bit I've just found on it? So it says here that so obviously Xbox first announced February 2024 plans to bring a wave of games to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch in what appeared to be significant change of strategy, starting with Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded. Later, Microsoft announced Doom: The Dark Ages for Xbox Series S, PC, and PS5, and confirmed that a PS5 version of Indiana Jones game will be released later this year. Outer Worlds 2 is also planned for PS5. So, wow.
Yeah.
That's madness.
And then just to chuck onto that, Halo as well. I mean, even if just this year, it's just the Master Chief Collection. It's not Halo Infinite or Infinity or whatever it was, and Guardians. Was that Halo 5 Guardians?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Guardians.
Even if it's not
included
those
in the Master Chief Collection, is it?
I
It's not just 1, 2, 3. Is it 1, 2, and 3 and Reach? Is Halo Reach on there?
I believe it's the anniversary redo of 1, 2, 3, ODST, and Reach. I believe. It could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's
pretty sure Reach came to it, because I can remember going back and replaying Reach when it came. Add to that, I think.
Yeah,
because it wasn't originally on there, I don't think, and I think it got added. But Reach is my favorite one.
It's good, really good. Between that and 4, I really enjoyed Halo 4, and I thoroughly enjoyed ODST as well. Short, but it was very cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Good. Yeah.
But it just makes me think. It's like, okay, cool. So what next? Like Forza Horizon, is that going to come to PS5? Forza in general, is that going to come to PS5? Like, what?
It's over if I'm not.
If you're willing to give up your mascot, because that's what Master Chief is,
mental,
really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You think Xbox, the first thing I think of is Master Chief. I don't think of anything else. But it's just, yeah, it's terrible fun. Could be. We've gone to be a bit sort of squiggly wiggly tonight. Why not? But yeah, and I'm sure that Microsoft are going to do a similar thing to what Helldivers did for their version, and kind of make you have to have an Xbox account, so you'll have to sign in through your Xbox email address or whatever it is. Like,
yeah.
But still, even if you've got to do that, like, so what? It's just bizarre. Just bizarre. But it's interesting that it's also going to go for Switch too, because that kind of is pushing these releases and rumors almost as illegible. Well, you might have to put up with it today, and we'll maybe switch. Maybe we'll change the font every stream and see which one lands.
I think this is a Christmas one from one of the Christmas shows, to be honest. Yeah.
Christmas font. Look at that. Ding dong merrily on high. That's what I get. A rapum-pum-pum styled. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now we're
permanent marker.
Now we're edgy with marker pen. So yeah, are they going to talk about this in their Xbox Direct when this happens next week? Are they going to be sort of spilling the beans on what their plans are? I don't know.
Tell. Yeah.
Strange time to be an Xbox fan. Strange. Good evening, Rob Taylor. Always wonderful to see you. Don't worry about being late, mate. Bloody parcel delivery issues. What have you got coming? What have you been ordering?
He's got an alpha, I reckon.
Ooh, tell us, Rob, in the chat. What have you had delivered? I'm intrigued.
Dave Newlands beat me to it, so we talked about using Wingdings. I was about to say the next show we should use Comic Sans, and there's Dave comes in just before I was about to say that. Yeah,
there's a
Comic Sans,
Chantel Sans.
A Chantel Sans.
That's what it says.
Well, it's close to Comic Sans.
It does look a bit comic. Yeah, maybe it's what Comic Sans is. It's just a different name.
No, that looks too nice. That looks nicer than Comic Sans. That font.
You reckon?
Yeah. Comic Sans is like the worst font known to man.
It's something that your teachers or parents would have used to seem like they were cool. It's like, look, it's bubble writing. When really, I think anyone that... Well, where were we? We were in Manchester, Tim, when we saw someone had a sign. Their actual sign for their business was written in Comic Sans. And
I remember saying so. The only time it's appropriate to use Comic Sans as a font is if you're handing in a resignation at work. It's like, not only am I quitting, I'm quitting in Comic Sans.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, we could have a stream about various fonts, but
we've got new camping gear coming.
Not an alpha. Oh wow! You can take your EXP camping, can't you?
Exactly. So yeah, I think that will probably do us for sort of a rating Xbox for a little while.
You just want to do this bit?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Ooh, bring that on.
So, people, Bristol VGE is coming up.
No, it's not so there.
Look at that. We're doing lots of clicking and moving here. Bristol VGE is coming up quick and fast. There's a plethora of very cool guests there. We've got the creator of Worms is going to be there. Ross Jagenza is going to be there again. We met Ross Jagenza last year. He is an absolute dude. If I could transform myself into any person, it would probably be him. He's dead cool. Really looking forward to seeing him again. And there are some other guests.
Well, Graham Norgate's going to be with him again as well.
Yes, he will.
Other composer, and he did the music for like Time Splitters and stuff. And
he did.
And so use that QR code, and it takes you straight to the checkout.
So yeah, make sure you get your tickets. The three of us are going to be there. There's some other guests getting announced, which we're not allowed to talk about, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Make sure you get your tickets, and like Blunden says, scan that QR code. Take you straight to the ticket site. It will also, if you use code RGR, that will give you a little bit of cheeky money off as well. And who doesn't like money off stuff? I love money off stuff. So, yeah, Alex the Sega Guru has been beavering away getting this to work. So, yeah, come support him. It's going to be a fantastic event. There's going to be a lot of talks, a lot of Q&As, and it's going to be a ruddy good time. So, yeah, get your tickets. Come say hi at the show. It's going to be fan-dabby-dozy. Okay. Let's go for this, because this blew my mind, if I'm totally honest. It is gaming related, and it breeds into something that we've discussed a little bit before, and maybe is something we can do as a separate podcast to follow the development processes of some of these projects. And that is Sony's TV and movie releases announcements that they have had at the expo. What was the expo?
Sony C something.
What's the show?
CES?
CES, yes.
CES, yeah.
CES isn't predominantly a gaming thing. There have been some gaming news at CES. This is where a lot of the Switch 2 leaks have come from. People showing various peripherals and this kind of thing. But some of the big announcements from Sony there weren't gaming related. They were that some of their massive franchises are getting TV and movie adaptations. So to kick it off, my favorite thing that they announced there is that Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a movie. I'm very excited about this. I'm cautiously optimistic. It has the potential to be absolutely breathtaking. As long as they don't do an Assassin's Creed for it and just fluff the story and make it guff. How do you guys feel about that? A Horizon Zero Dawn movie? Oh, you're on mute there, Blunners. That's a 2020 thing to say, that is. You're on mute.
Sorry, yeah, don't want to hear me clicking all the time. So yeah, I think it's brilliant news. I think it'd be so good. Yeah, I think I'd like to go more down the TV show route because you can spend more time building the characters up and like building plots and stuff. Because I think with movies, you've kind of like be like wham bam, try and get it all done in one hit. Whereas, do you know what I mean? Like The Last of Us, it's just come original, like that TV show. Whereas that one you could actually build through and actually watch, and then you think it's about 6 to 7 hours of like just of film there kind of thing. So yeah, really good. I can't wait for that. I think it's going to be brilliant.
Apparently there was to be a Horizon based anime on Netflix as well, or animated show on Netflix, which apparently has just been parked indefinitely for the moment, which is fine. But yeah, apparently there is a God of War series in the works. Supposedly a Twisted Metal adaptation of some sort. They've already done an Uncharted film, haven't they, with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg? Yeah. But yeah, the two big movies was the mechanic of the characters are going to be waking up in after they've died and potentially getting another go at trying to figure out how to navigate the night and survive until dawn breaks. So similar, the director was saying, similar to being able to take the different parts in the game and play it multiple times to get different endings. They wanted to incorporate that into the movie, and cool. I think that's a great idea. Why not? Rather than just select which characters are going to sort of live and die by one hit, that might not. Well, it's just something different. So yeah, that's exciting. And the
arcade stuff, yeah, we've done all that on the latest Evercade show.
Yeah, jump on over to that after this. Have a listen. We had a lot to say about it. I'm sure we've got more to say about it. I think I've got more to say about it, and I said quite a lot. But yeah, so the other movie that's coming is Helldivers, which a lot of people have said, well, this is just going to be Starship Troopers, is it not? And I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, because is Helldivers actually based on Starship Troopers, or is it just heavily inspired by Starship Troopers?
I believe it is heavily inspired.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think
it's got a movie based on a game based on a movie. Is quite
which is all based on a book. So yeah, everything was based on the book first, but it would be kind of cool if the money is spent on it, this thing could be fantastic. You know, again, as with all of these projects, especially Horizon, these movies need to have a budget. They can't be just done for 20 million. It needs to have a good budget behind it and a good production team.
Oh, there you go. Triangle Face, your favourite.
Yeah. I did enjoy it a bit, but I didn't get as into it as everyone thought I would be. Because everyone was like, you would love Arkham games, you've got to go play them. And I played the first two. I was like, yeah, I'm going to play something else now. So I did give it an honest crack, but we might segue on to something about that later.
Okay.
The game I was going to mention, but I won't mention it yet.
Okay. And another TV show that they announced is Ghosts of Tsushima is going to be getting an anime put onto Crunchyroll. So there's an insane amount of stuff coming out absolutely insane amount.
Is there an Assassin's Creed movie again or series as well? Was that not on the list?
I don't know if it's on the list I've got here, but I'm pretty sure there is, some sort of announcement of an Assassin's Creed TV series, which would be way better than a movie.
Yeah, I'd really like to see an Assassin's Creed film or TV done really well, because I was really hyped for the movie when that came out. And it's okay. It's not really a bad film, but it's not amazing.
I was just saying, we've all forgotten about the film Gran Turismo as well.
Yeah, Gran Turismo.
There was a film Gran Turismo, wasn't there?
Jesus.
And it says here, God of War TV show could be going to Prime Video, but I'm not too sure on that. That's not confirmed or anything.
I think we're kind of entering a new era now where we're
getting a bit mental,
good series based on games. Like we mentioned, Last of Us being really good. I absolutely love the Fallout series. Yeah. Fallout was so good. I was like, they've got this spot on. Mm-hmm. It was such a good adaptation. It really covered the feel of the games, but it avoided making it feel like you're watching a series about a game. Mm-hmm. If you've never heard of Fallout before and you just watch the series, it's just a good TV show. Yeah, but it's just inspired by the games. I think they finally cracked how to make a good TV show or a good movie based on a game. And I think for years we just didn't really get that, because I think directors and writers didn't really know how to convert something in the medium of a game into a decent movie. And I don't think they're quite sure what people wanted. And now they're going, you know what? You just need a decent show that's inspired by that and it's sticking to the source material without making it feel like you're watching a game. You don't want to watch a game. You play the game, you watch a series that's like it. And I don't know if I'm rambling nonsense now, but yeah, there's something they've kind of doing better now than we've seen in the past. So they're finally cracking the code of that one a bit.
But we're seeing it with movies as well. And this is the key bit, as you've just said there, Tim, is stick to the source material. Like the source material and the key components are what make it an attractive thing for people. There are certain things that are up for grabs, by sure. Like you can take artistic interpretation of the characters and this kind of thing, but the core mechanic of whatever it is has to be there. And this is why I think the Sonic the Hedgehog movies are great, because it's just Sonic the Hedgehog doing Sonic stuff, and Dr. Robotnik being Robotnik. It works. Be silly with it. Just have fun with it. And I think them going down the animated route for the Super Mario movie, best idea they ever had.
Love the Mario. I remember when we first started talking about Mario movie, when it first had the trailers and stuff, I was like, oh, I'm not sure about this one. I don't know about his voice. I don't know. And I wasn't really. And then when I watched it, I was like, no, they've done a really good job with this. I thought the little jokes in there, the little sort of Easter eggs and stuff throughout the film was just really clever. And it was just a fun movie. Mm-hmm. It was just a fun, very simple storyline. I think that critics kind of slammed it, saying, oh, it's just really basic story. It's like, yeah, but it's Mario. He goes to save the princess from Bowser. Like, what else do you want it to be?
It does. Yeah,
exactly. That's it. It's like, that's what we want to see, though. We just want to see Mario fighting Bowser in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
And that's what we got.
Exactly. So, and it was genuinely good. And like you say, they've unlocked the ability now. It's almost like people are just kind of allowing themselves to be silly when the franchise needs to be silly, but adapting it well when it needs to be adapted well. So I know there was a Last of Us movie planned for a long, long time, and I'm glad it didn't happen, because trying to squeeze that sort of 20 hours of original Last of Us content into a 2-hour movie just would have been really difficult. But expand it over a TV series, you've now got 10 hours to do it justice, and that's why Last of Us has been so good, and it worked.
I've got a bit of a conspiracy theory on something Dave Nealon mentioned about Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you remember they changed the Sonic the Hedgehog from the trailer?
Yeah,
and they dropped that trailer, and it looked awful, didn't it? And then everyone was like, "No, we can't have that." And they won't change it. Yeah, I think that was deliberate. I think that was a marketing
publicity.
And I think they deliberately put out a really bad-looking Sonic in the trailer to get everyone talking about it, and then they changed it to what it was meant to be all along.
Because it was pretty quick, wasn't it, that turnaround?
I reckon that was deliberate. Very clever marketing.
Have you seen Sonic 3 yet, Ollie?
It worked.
I've not seen the third one yet.
It's really good. It's really good. We saw it day one, and Jim Carrey is phenomenal.
He's always good. He's always good. They should do a Street Fighter 2 movie. Yeah,
they should do.
they've given it a go a couple of times, haven't they? They did the
Well, the Mortal Kombat one's not too bad. The last one they released.
the last one was great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is it Carl Urban? Is he playing Johnny Cage in the new one?
I'm not sure.
But to be fair, I quite liked the original Mortal Kombat films personally.
The first one, yes.
Yeah, the first one.
Annihilation.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I liked the first. I did like the first Mortal Kombat movie. I thought it was fun.
Oh, it was great fun. Really good fun.
I mean, part of me quite likes the Street Fighter movie as well, even though it's terrible. It's kind of is it in that so bad that it's good category for me a little bit. It's a bit hilarious.
Where is it? I'm looking over here at my movies. Talk amongst yourselves.
It's the bison dollars that I always find quite funny at the end. It has the suitcase with the money, and he opens up, and it's all bison dollars.
Bison dollars.
I can't really remember it. It wasn't like Kylie Minogue in it.
Yes, she was Cammy.
Yeah, she Cammy.
Yeah, she was Cammy, wasn't she? Yeah.
With her British accent.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've got Street Fighter 2 on Blu-ray from 88 Films, and it's a delightful set. There it is. Hold fire.
Oh, here we go.
And I quite like the anime as well. There's a decent Street Fighter 2 anime film that's pretty good.
I've got the anime up there as well. The anime is great because it just follows Street Fighter. But I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Slip
got a glow on it.
And slide that out. And there we go. Get your nice bits there. And there's your look at there. Kylie Minogue as Cammy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, you had Street Fighter the movie, the game.
You did.
Well, didn't you?
You did. Look at this. They've gone all out on this. There's a little insert there. There's look at here. Here we go. This is
It should give you some bison dollars as an
look at that. Don't rip it.
Cards there.
Yeah.
Oh, I forget this lady's name. This actress. This actress. She looks exactly the same now. Exactly the same now.
Rob Taylor loves her.
And look, it comes in here. We get a poster with it as well, so I could have this up on my wall. They went all out for Street Fighter 2. It is a terrible, terrible movie, but it's so bad it's good. It's funny.
Yeah.
One of my we will wrap up in a minute, but I feel like we've gone down the rabbit hole with Street Fighter 2 now. But one of my favourite moments in this movie is when they're driving a truck towards the Bison sort of headquarters area, and they're watching it happen on a CCTV camera, and it's about to smash through the wall, and you just get Zangief looking at the CCTV, and they're like, "Quick, we need to stop the truck," and he's like, "Change the channel." Like, oh God, it's so dumb. And that was Raul Julia's last movie before he died.
Oh wow.
And there you go. That's Street Fighter 2, the movie. And there is, as Tim says, Street Fighter 2, the movie, the game. It's all go.
It's a thing that exists.
That's it. Ming Na Wen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah. If you look at Ming Na Wen, she was in the Boba Fett TV series, and she just looks exactly the same. So she hasn't aged at all. It's terrifying. Like Benjamin Button, but she's not getting any older or younger. She's just staying like 30. Okie dokie. I think we have the last bits to talk about is just PlayStation Plus games for January.
I just wanted to. That's not on there. But I just wanted to have a quick talk about the Switch 2 leaks.
I tell you what, let's do it because it's Switch 2 time. We can put it in the title. People might find us and watch about Switch 2 stuff. So yes.
So before we went live, I forgot to put it on the side here. This guy here apparently has been approached by Nintendo, and this was shown at CES last week. He's been approached by Nintendo's lawyers. Apparently it is a Switch 2. Apparently it's got 8-inch screen. The sides it's a fully magnetic Joy-Cons. They've got decent new analog sticks as well. And there's another picture I found somewhere. Where is it? I'll just quickly load it up. Which was a rendering of where is it here? of how the Switch looks. This was from a shop that was showing off a silicone case, which it says here, silicone case, and it's got like the adaptable triggers on the back. It's got a better kickstand that comes out. Obviously, where these are a stronger magnetic, it says here. Obviously, it also plays all your Switch titles as it is, and there's obviously a shot from the bottom and the back, and everything I'm hearing over on news sites is that it will be should be shown this Thursday. Apparently, nothing's confirmed, but yeah, keep your ears to the ground because it could be this Thursday.
It's interesting. I thought they would change it a little bit because this is. I mean, there's no reason to change the design. I don't think necessarily. You know, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. But what I really hope doesn't happen for Nintendo is a repeat of the Wii U. It looked like a totally different system. It had a totally different name, and people were still confused. So, what I really hope doesn't happen for Nintendo with this Switch 2 is that people buy Switch 2 games for their Switch and then complain that they don't work. Because there are still people buying Switches now. You know, people are still picking up the Switch, you know, today, you know, and they're experiencing some of these games for the very first time. So I'm really, really hoping that it's a good announcement and it's nice and clear marketing that there is a Switch and a Switch 2. Maybe it's going to be called something else. I don't know. But the Switch 2 probably would be a better option because like the PS1, the PS2, I think having a Switch 2 would be nice and simple for people to understand. You would hope.
You know what Nintendo are like, don't you? It'll have some like completely random name, but it looks exactly like a Switch.
But it'll be interesting if it was a Switch 2 because they've never really done that before. Each one was like a completely new console with a completely new name. It's be the first time they've actually brought out one. They had like the Wii U, but the Wii U was still like another console, really, wasn't it?
Switch minus R.
Switch minus R. Switch R.
Yeah.
Switch
I quite like the name Switch 2. If they did bring out a Switch 2, I'd be fairly happy.
Yeah.
But it's got to be more powerful. That stuff's like 8 years old. Do you know what I mean?
This is the thing,
if it's going to run Xbox games, don't want them streaming it. I want them downloaded and playing on that software. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this is the rumors are, isn't it, that some of the launch games that are going to be announced for the Switch 2 are the new Metal Gear remake that's coming out, Master Chief Collection, some really strong third-party launches for day one. Possible. The Metal Gear might not be day one because that's not coming out until later in the year.
Metroid Prime
4 would be great.
Guarantee that'll be. I mean, it's got to be released with it.
Yes, Dave Newland, love it. The Nintendo Switcheroo.
Switcheroo. Or Super Switch.
Yeah, the Super
Nintendo
Switch.
Super Switch.
Yeah, that works, doesn't it? Super Switch.
Super Nintendo Super Switch.
Yeah. But I'm quietly hoping it works for them. Because I mean, of course I'm going to pick it up. It's Nintendo. You know, it's. I think everyone on this channel today is going to be picking up a Switch too because it's Nintendo. They always make great games.
Oh wow, Disney Infinity! I had all of them at one point. Wii U's played it on.
Dang,
Wii U's a good console, man. It's very.
It is.
It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible, and I'm so pleased that one of the best games on the Wii U is getting another chance at life on the Switch, which is Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah, it's a new one coming.
Massive game, so bloody good. And to some people, this is going to be a brand new experience. So it effectively could have marketing from the beginning as if no one's ever seen it before. And it's going to be a new experience for everybody. So, yeah. But there we go. There's lots of little Switch 2 bits being, you know, peppered around the internet there. Some people saying it's Thursday. Some people saying apparently it's releasing in March or April. That's not long. So we'll have to see what happens there.
Yeah.
But yes, here we go. PS Plus games for January. So this is just your 3 free games for the standard PlayStation Essential, I think it's called. And I believe the games are the Stanley Paradox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Yep.
Which
that's
is
what I was going to mention earlier, because
massive.
Still part of the Batman Arkham series, isn't it? Or still within that universe.
It is.
I believe, yeah.
You're on mute again, Blanners, just in case. But yeah,
and the other one was a racing game, wasn't it? It was Need. Was it a Need? I want to say Need for Speed. Was it a Need for Speed game? I literally got it earlier today because it came out today, I think.
I was saying I've still got that. I haven't actually played it yet. Suicide Squad I picked up for a one, but I did pick up for like £3, I think it was.
Nice. It's meant to be terrible, but I'm wondering if it's only meant to be terrible because it's seen as like a live play game. And maybe it's too broad, I don't know, but it's free if you've got PS Plus, so why not stick it in the library? What is the last game? We need to find that last game.
Yeah. I don't like how they've done it now on the app. It's really hard to find the games.
Yeah.
It popped up in a thing now. I was like, I want to just get the essential games for the month pop up on the app.
I've only just noticed that Triangle Faces just says Triangle Face the internet.
Socials, Instagram, by the internet. I'm going to look up on here.
Yes.
Plus
Stanley Parable Deluxe. That's meant to be a very good. Well, it is meant to be an extremely good game. Won lots of awards. I still have yet to play it, and then we're just going to find this last one.
For some reason, I always find them really elusive, and they don't. Why is it now going?
I know it shouldn't be this hard, should it?
Why it should be there?
You should just type in PS Plus January. Ching.
Yeah, PS Plus Games Jan. I'm just going to do a Google search again. What is it? What are the games? Tell me.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
There we go. I said Need for Speed.
Look at that.
I said we should have a race that you both go at the same time. And
try and
find it first.
You can find it first. It's the app, because it used to be like if you're actually on the PlayStation, it says, "Oh, your PS Plus games are available," and you click the home button and you just go straight to the games. Fine, but it's on here on the app where you can go. I used to always go on there each month on the app, and it's got PS Plus on there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go on there now, it redirects to the website. And it just gives you like all the different levels of, you can't receive from screen be shining. Gives you like the different levels of tiers of things you can subscribe to. It's like, I just want the free games for the tier that I already have. What it used to be, I clicked a button and they're all there. But yeah, it's gone a bit weird if you ask me, but yeah.
There we go.
Still get free games.
Exactly. Gentlemen, I think that will just about do us for the first mod cons of the new year. There's going to be so much to talk about at the next mod cons, like even to the point where we might, if Switch 2 is announced this week, we may have to do a special, either later this week or early next week on the Switch 2, because it's going to be such a hot topic. Even if all they announce on Thursday is a little trailer, a couple of minutes showing you the Switch 2 and some games running on it, and then that's it. And then it'll be like, right, join us for a Nintendo Direct in 2 months' time, where we're going to announce launch windows, price points, launch titles, all this stuff. I mean, that's going to be enough. That's going to be enough to just, I was going to say something really rude then, but I'm not going to. It's going to be enough to make us very excited. So it could be that we'll need to do a special ASAP when we get the news. Thank you, Mr. Dave Newland, for joining us. That's always appreciated. Thank you, Toxo. Thank you everyone for joining along live, and thank you for getting your input into the chat. It's always wonderful to see so many of you in the chat. There's a couple of new names as well, which is wonderful to see. Please do stick around with us. We've got lots of good stuff coming in this year. We will be back next week with Total Advocate podcast. We have got is the new episode of Console Wars up?
Yeah, number 3's out. And that's what I was just about to say. The first, I've also put up your first 2 picks has gone out to the world to see who votes. And at the minute, Nintendo's in the lead. Yeah.
Fix.
Yeah, so.
Fix. Excellent. That's good to hear. So there will be many more episodes of Total Evercade podcast wars. I was going to say then there's a lot of that's basically all our shows mangled together. There'll be many episodes of Console Wars this year. It's a great new show from Blunners. So yeah, watch this space. If you're new to the channel, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It is, of course, absolutely free, and it helps us out a huge amount. Timmy's Tanks will be on the next Uncensored, mate. 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time. Get yourselves ready for Timmy's Tanks. But yeah, do hit that subscribe button. That helps us out a huge amount. Give the video a little cheeky thumbs up. That lets us know that you've been here, lets us know that you're enjoying the content as well. That also gives us a little push in the elusive YouTube algorithm. But yeah, opinions on any of the discussions that we've been having, please get it in the chat, get it in the comment section. We do read the comments, we do engage in the comments, keep it clean, keep it happy as well though. But outside of that, we are all good, and we will see you all next week. So thank you everybody, and good night.